What's up guys, you probably don't know me yet. I am Bloodyguard, currently GC on the way to SSL, and I am here with my first ever tutorial video. If you feel like you want to learn more about getting better in Rocket League, you have came into the right place, because I'll upload tutorials every Friday. I'm sure this video will be helpful for you guys, and you will rank up much faster with these tips implanted into your own gameplay. Okay, enough talking, let's get right into it. Far post rotation is the most effective rotation possible in Rocket League. For example, I flipped towards the ball to get closer to the play, but I decided not to go for the challenge because opponent had a touch before me. So I turned immediately, and while facing far post I flipped towards it. You want to make far post rotation by default for yourself. Of course, don't forget about little boost pads, because you won't always have time to go for the big boost, because you might be needed to go for the ball sooner than you thought. You are always more useful with 20 or 30 boosts in the right position than with full boost being out of position. Here I can see that first man has been beaten to the ball and my second teammate is going behind me, so I know that I can turn for the next challenge. I can see my opponent going for the ball and I want to go as fast as possible in order to beat him. By the way, my teammate shouldn't go there.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
And after all, I was able to clear the ball and stay high on boost. Rotating behind your teammates is really good because you teach yourself not to overcommit or go for awkward balls, and as well you are giving your teammates a sign that it's their turn to go. It's really effective in offense as well as in defense, and it's a good way to go if you want to be prepared for the next play. Knowing when to challenge or rotate back is a great skill to have in Rocket League because it drastically improves your game sense and you won't find yourself overcommitting or being in awkward position. It all depends on your position, your teammates and opponent's positioning, how much boost you and your teammates have, and knowing the boost amount of your opponents is important too. Start watching and analyzing what's going on the field, be aware of your teammates and opponent's positioning, and challenge only when you are sure you'll get the first touch or you will get valuable 50-50. It takes time to develop this skill, it will improve with time as you play the game, but it's worth developing, trust me. Patience is the key. Like, really, there is no need to rush every single ball when the ball is not worth going for, then just wait somewhere around middle, and most of the time so opponents will clear it to you. Being patient with ranking up is important too. It takes a lot of time and practice to get into higher ranks. You won't hit like champ right away you started playing, because it takes hundreds and thousands of hours to get into higher ranks. Adapting to your teammates and opponents is a good skill to have, because it will fill the gap between you and your teammates and you will be able to counter your opponents easier. When it comes to teammates, when he's ball chasing, let him do it. Stay back and wait for your turn. Again, be patient, because patience is the key. When your teammate is more passive-like player, be more aggressive. Fill this gap and you will find yourself scoring and saving more. After 1.5 minutes you should know main strengths and weaknesses of your teammates and opponents and try to keep them in mind during the game and try to be more adaptive player. Respecting your teammates is really important because it will allow you to prevent double commits and you will give yourself more time to prepare for your next move. Whenever you can see your teammates going for the shot, or where your teammate is the first man and he's trying to control the ball, or he's already making a dribble play, do not interrupt them. Stay behind them and have their back covered. It's really annoying when you have a lot of time and space to catch the ball and your teammates cut you off giving away the possession. Don't do it to them too. Let them do their thing. Be a cool guy, you know. Now, we'll talk about boost management a bit. Try to use your boost as rarely as possible, use it only when it's your turn to go for the challenge. Obviously, the higher the rank, the more boost you will have to use. That's why boost management is a game changer. When you develop it fast enough, it will give you high advantage over your opponents. I recommend not using boost when waiting for your turn to make a play. It's also handy to learn wave dashes and speed flips if you don't know how to do it yet, because it will allow you to gain supersonic speed with less boost used while moving around the field. Conserving your boost is quite similar to the previous tip, but in this case, while being really low on boost, you should save it for your next play on the ball or to make a clutch save, especially when you can see that's not possible or you don't have time to go for the big boost or to pick up small boost buds. As well as you made your play on the ball and you still have, for example, 20 boost, save it while rotating behind your teammates. Picking up small boost buds will allow you to stay closer to the play. You don't always have to go all the way back for the big boost, because you might find yourself being out of the play and most of the time you will lose the pressure you have worked for with your team. So, if you can see your teammates making a play on the ball after your opponents cleared it, pick up some pads and support them when needed. It also allows you to rotate faster and being prepared for defense much quicker than while going for the big boost. Keeping your momentum is really important because it allows you to go for the challenge or rotate back faster. It also helps you with boost management in general because you will lose less boost to gain supersonic speed. When you're waiting for the challenge in the middle, instead of sitting with zero momentum, do figure 8s, and when you're low on boost, waiting for your turn to go, instead of standing still, you can pick up some boost pads. And the last thing is that with high momentum, you're less vulnerable for bumps or demos. Hear me out. Obviously, you will sometimes encounter bad teammates, like really bad teammates. But don't blame them. Always blame yourself and see what you could do better. We all are making mistakes, and if you keep blaming your teammates instead of focusing on your gameplay, trust me, you'll never get ahead. There's always room for improvement, and sooner or later you'll make less mistakes as soon as you focus on preventing them. And the best way to make less mistakes is by analyzing your replays. Yeah, it might be boring, but there's no better option to see what you are actually doing wrong. Play few games, save some replays, preferably once when you lost, and start analyzing every decision you make. When you see that you could do something better at some point, write it down, and when you are going to play another few games, try to avoid those mistakes you have already written down. You can do like 2-3 replays a day, you can do 5, it's up to you, but as soon as you are doing this, you will improve. If that's too much for you, hire a coach. I mean, this Rocket League coach, not the boss-like-ish coach. Ha. Got it. Hiring a GC, a SL or even a pro for a coach will skyrocket your rank. I have been taking coaching myself and oh boy, it helped me out a lot. I couldn't get out from Plat, and when I decided to take up some coaching, the same day I had the session I ranked top to Diamond right away. Same with ranking up to Champ. It's a good option to let someone literally better to analyze your gameplay and point out mistakes you are making. It will improve your game sense a lot, and you might get useful tips about the training routine. Basically, after taking up a coaching, you'll know what you need to focus on to rank up. There is no point of playing when you feel like you are playing really bad or you're constantly getting teammates who you are not on the same page with. It's more likely that the more you lose, the more tilted you get, and that means that the more tilted you are, the worse you play. The worse you play, the more matches you lose. If you don't want to end up few divisions down in such scenario, then it's better to take the day off or hop into the training. You really shouldn't care about your rank, because it's only a rank. Once you hit champ, for example, it doesn't mean you'll be still ranking up higher. I mean, You may rank up higher, but you can also rank down or be stuck here for a while. There are always ups and downs in Rocket League, so one day you will feel like God in Champ 1, and the other day this rank will be impossible for you to play into. It will happen a lot, so just train, that's all. All it takes is regular training. When you practice regularly, you are improving. Okay guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you find it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe because, as I said earlier, I will upload tutorials every Friday. It's worth and totally free for you guys, and it helps me out a ton. I wish you all a nice day and weekend guys, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.